So to make life easier for myself, I wrote and published my life story. Prop. I forgot I put it so far away. So, my life story, Abnormal, available from all good bookstores and Amazon. Please buy it, I'll get about 40 pence. I did actually do a book signing recently in Waterstones. I wrote I Hate You on 6 Harry Potter books. Yeah, banned for life. I've learned more about hair and makeup in the last 18 months than I thought possible. And one day I might put some of it into practice. Don't hold your breath. And being of a certain age is quite difficult as well. Like most of my friends, I'm on HRT. They're all going through the menopause. I'm going through puberty. Yeah, so good I did it twice. It's not all fun and games, though. I can go from horny teenager to evil hell bitch in about the time it takes to eat a tub of Ben & Jerry's. Yeah, I've had a few of them in my time. This is the body as Empic forgot. I am on the larger side, but I do identify as skinny. Yeah, I'm trans-slender. I did go to the doctor recently, though, and he's diagnosed me with a really bad combination of illnesses. I have bulimia and amnesia. Yeah, I binge eat, I forget to vomit. Sad times. So I'm one of those people who still doesn't know what they want to be if they grow up. And I always wish I'd have paid more attention in school to the careers lessons. But they seemed really pointless. They just made you do that test to tell you your ideal job, and it always came back as brain surgeon or bin collector. There was never any middle ground, was there? It was bizarre. And to complicate matters, I was actually diagnosed as being red-green colorblind, so that took all the good jobs off the table. Actually, I was in Greg's the other day, and asked for red sauce on my bacon roll. They gave me brown. Still don't know whose fault that was. But I've always wanted to do comedy since I was quite young. Ironically, it's only now I've had the balls to do it. And I've been really desperate trying to get paying comedy jobs. It's difficult. So recently I actually took a gig in a fetish club. I say gig, I've got a humiliation fetish. So I thought if people are paying to laugh at me, win-win. Yeah, so I got up, I did my set, nobody laughed. Best night ever. Fantastic. Now I consult my notes because I'm trying out a load of new material in a new order, and there we go. Right, so I actually have an addictive personality. I'm really pleased that I got introduced to comedy and not crack cocaine. Although, to be fair, so far it's cost me about the same. And the long-term effects on my health are on a par, to be honest. But I have recently become patron of a new charity where rehabilitating drug users by teaching them stand-up comedy. Yeah, it's called Crack Jokes, Not Pipes. So I figured to be a comedian you had to have some sort of personal trauma you could draw on. Obviously I don't, so I thought, what can I do? I thought, I know, I'm going to get myself a drug habit. I really must pay more attention to adverts on Facebook. I've gone through, I was great, this is it. I found a local meth dealer. Amazing. This will sort me out, my comedy will improve. So I went. Yeah, I didn't read it properly. He was a moth dealer. Now my front room looks like Silence of the Lambs. But growing up in the 80s was great. I'm part of Generation X, which is brilliant. For those of you who don't know, basically we were born dead inside, emotionless, cynical, borderline sociopaths. That reads a lot like my Tinder profile. But yeah, it was great. And we didn't have to worry about things like online dating back then. We could just go to a pub, have a few drinks, meet the love of our life, have a drunken fumble out the back, get stuck with them for 30 years. Sad times. But pubs now have been overtaken by coffee shops, haven't they? You go to any cafe in Emporium now and you see the youngsters there on dates. I say dates, they're on their phones, ignoring each other. And the other day I was in one and I saw this guy sat there, middle-aged guy, sat on his own, no phone, no laptop, just drinking coffee, like a psychopath. Yeah, and then another thing with youngsters I've noticed, they seem to spend all their time watching videos on YouTube and things like that. And I found out recently that young people tend to watch a 2-hour review on YouTube of a 90-minute movie. We wonder why we're all doomed. And to be perfectly honest, you know, that's something I hate. My biggest pet hate is movie spoilers. Happened to me back in the 90s. There was a big film, really wanted to see it. It won all the awards. Everyone was really excited. So I thought, I'll book tickets. So I booked tickets, went along. On the way there, I saw a friend of mine. I said, I'm just off to see that film now. And he said, it's brilliant, especially the bit near the end and how they did. And then he ruined the film for me. He absolutely gave away the massive, massive ending to that film. To this day, I've never been able to watch Titanic. But another one of that time as well was The Sixth Sense. Have you seen The Sixth Sense? Yeah, massive plot twist. You can only experience that once before the magic and mystery is gone. Much like marriage, really. But those two films do have one thing in common, Sixth Sense and Titanic. I see dead people. Yeah, I know, low-hanging fruit. It's not good. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's actually me. I've run to time, which is amazing. So, before I go, if you've enjoyed what you've seen, a little bit of personal admin. I'm on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Abi Myles Comedy. Give it a follow. Some things are occasionally funny. You never know. So, before I leave you all tonight, I'll leave you with a really bad joke that I love doing at the end of a show. So, Jesus Christ walks into a hotel, puts 3 nails on the counter, and says, "Can you put me up for the night?" Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Abi Myles.